Welcome back to Laughing in the Dark, the podcast where I hang out in haunted places with comedians. I'm your host, Sara Jones. This is another fixture in our Minisode series where I get to talk to you about your ghost stories. For this episode, I chat with a good friend of mine named Maria about a couple of paranormal experiences that she's had both growing up and recently. Here's the call. I hope you love it.
Hello?
Hi, Maria.
Yes?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good deal. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so obviously I know who you are. But for listeners, do you want to tell us your name and something about yourself? Just introduce yourself.
Sure. Well, you guys, my name is Maria, and let's see. Thing about me. I drink a gallon of water a day.
Oh, that's always important.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much that's it.
Okay. Well, okay, so do you have, I don't remember, do you have one ghost story or do you have multiple ghost stories?
I have one that when I was small, and then I have one as an adult. So I guess two.
Okay. All right, so maybe we'll save the best one for last. Do you want to do that?
Okay.
Okay, so walk me through the first one.
Okay, so when I was young, about 8, I used to live in North Portland on 15th and Killingsworth. And my parents, we rented a big pink house. I called it the Pepto-Bismol house. Well, anyways, that house, my sister would see a man. She said she would, when she would try to go downstairs, because her room was upstairs, and up in the middle of the night, like around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, to follow her downstairs. And I told her to go downstairs, and she said that there was always a man next to her. So she would wake me up, and she would tell me as we're walking down the stairs, "Hey, there's this man right here. Can't you see the man?" Thing. So she would quickly run down the stairs, and I would follow her. She'd use the bathroom, then we'd run back up. Well, then that happened until we moved out. Probably, I was like, I don't know. And then we were talking about this like not too long ago, and my brother, my older brother, because there's 4 of us, had told me that I don't know, embarrassing in a way maybe for him, but you guys don't know him, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he would actually pee out the window when he needed to pee. And I always was like, okay, he's out the window. Or he'd get those 2-liter, soda jugs and pee in there. And I was like, okay, that's so weird. But anyways, I never asked him. So he told me why, because this story came about, and the reason I didn't go downstairs was because a man was following me. So the same man that was following my sister was following my brother, but I never saw the man.
Huh.
Weird how, yes, I never heard the man, I saw the man. I didn't feel anything like my arm or something. So it's just really weird that they were able to see that, but I wasn't.
Yeah, and it sounds like both of them were like afraid of him too.
Yeah, they were afraid of him because, for staying in your room and peeing out the window or peeing in, the 2-liter thing is kind of weird. So I don't know, it probably was it was an evil spirit or someone had passed away in that house. I don't know. I never really heard anything much out, and I don't think it followed my siblings because they never talked about it.
Do you have any other siblings? Is it just those two?
So my little brother, but he was a baby. He was only like 1, so he didn't, nothing really happened with him.
Yeah. So are you the oldest, or are you in between those two siblings that did see the ghost?
I'm the middle one, so second youngest.
I wonder why he didn't bother you.
I don't know, and that's the thing. I believe in them. Like coming from a Hispanic culture, and the Mexican were very superstitious, and with all the Catholic stuff, the devil and all that kind of stuff. Like I believe in all of that, and it was just weird for me not to be able to see that or sense it, and they were able to. But my siblings, especially my sister, has kind of always been that way. Now, as she's older, she has, in her presence, when she had to tell someone to leave us alone or leave her alone because my mom's dog was growling at the door and there was no one there. And my sister was like, "Can you please leave us alone?" Kept growling at it, and then my sister was like, "Just leave. You don't need to be here. You leave." So she closed the door, barking or growling. So, my sister has always kind of been, in a way, I don't know, sensitive to that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I guess they all have, because my little brother just told me another story too, but I don't know if I should ramble off to that.
No, it's fine. I'm interested.
Yeah. Well, my little brother had told me about a week ago that him and his girlfriend were driving on the freeway, and it was like 4 a.m. because my little brother works really early, and they were listening to some music, like something really mellow. They heard a voice say, really like kind of deep, like, "Be careful." But the thing is, my sister-in-law and my little brother they kind of didn't want to pay too much attention to it because it was awkward. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as my little brother got off from work, that's when he said, "Hey, might weird you out, but did you by any chance hear a voice when we were driving to work?" And she's like, "Yeah, I did hear it, but I didn't want to freak you out either." She's like, "It kind of did scare me." And she's like, "I've even listened to the music we were listening to see if that's something, but it wasn't." So they were driving on the freeway, and she was driving kind of fast, and she heard a man say, "Be careful."
Wow.
Like really loud.
Yeah.
Yes. So then she slowed down. That's kind of odd. Mm-hmm. So
was she speeding?
That's my little brother. She wasn't going super fast, but just a little out of the normal.
Yeah.
Like probably 10 miles per. Yeah. Huh. It was just weird.
That's
crazy. Has always been kind of that. Yeah. And then, with myself, I recently started experiencing some stuff, but now, which is kind of weird, and I don't know if it's just because we bought a house, and about 6 months ago, I started, my dog started actually seeing something, staring at something. Like he would look at it, look above me, look next to me, and then look at me. And then I thought it was kind of weird, but it was always when I was alone to go to work and stuff. And I was like, "Okay, Opie, this is kind of weird." I was like, "Stop doing that." And I was actually watching TV, and he was in the kitchen, and he had like this little roll, like a little ball that rolls around and has a bell in there. Mm-hmm. And I normally play a game with him that I kick it around, and then he kind of kicks it to me, like his little feet and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I played that game with him, and I was just watching TV, and I heard the little ball like roll around a lot. And I was like, "That's kind of weird." So I get up, like rolling around, and he's playing like the game I play with him. Mm-hmm. So then I took the little ball away and I hit it because I got a little scared.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, because when we moved into this house, we actually had it blessed by a priest. So I don't know if something, I I don't know if I maybe brought something home or something just is there or something. But I think the scariest part actually, well, one of the things that scared me the most was back in April, my friend and I were celebrating. We were just hanging out and we were laughing really loud. We were drinking just so that too, and all of a sudden, I kid you not, their drawer like really hard. And you can hear like the forks and you know, all the utensils just bounce around. Mm-hmm. And I immediately turn around and I'm like, what was that? Anything. So it freaked me out. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, who did that? Because the dog wasn't even, Opie jumped back.
Yeah.
So that to me was someone opening the drawer. Like it had to be forcefully because we had those, drawers that kind of retract back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for it to open like that, it needs a force.
Yeah.
So that really scared me. So that scared me. So that's something that I don't know. I've talked to whoever's there and asked them if there was an issue, but I told them, you know, we're not here to hurt you. We're not here to do anything that will make you mad or something. I told them or him or her that it's okay. But I mean, it's always still around. When I do go visit my dog and I'm by myself with my dog, the dog, Opie still sees it. It sits, I don't know if it sits next to me. I don't know if it sits on, will look to the right, left, above, and like look at me. So I don't know if it comes to me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it is or who it is. So that's what's been had happened to me when I was still living at my old house.
Did your sister ever go to that house?
You know, she did, and she only went one time. And she only went one time. I don't know, I guess she just never made it out to visit me as often. Mm-hmm. I never asked her if she felt anything or something. Oh, but you know, I remember I went to California and my best friend house sitted for me. And she told me, she's like, your house is funny. And we have these lights that light up. They're sensor lights. Uh-huh. We'd have one in the hallway, one in the kitchen. So she said those would go off sometimes.
Oh, no.
Was laying down and he was, you know, in the kennel.
Yeah.
So, and I personally, now that I remember, I would see them turn on when I was by myself at that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little freaky.
But it doesn't sound like that seemed like a bad spirit.
No, it doesn't sound, but the thing is, I don't know why he or she opened the doors so hard like that. I told my friend, I was like, we might be too loud for him or her.
Yeah. Oh,
but
okay.
It's weird because out of all the time, yeah. So that's the part that scared me because it wasn't just like a little open drawer, you know how you see in the movies how they just open it. No, it was more like pull and you can hear the just move everywhere.
Yeah.
So so I don't know if they got mad at us for just laughing and just hanging out or something.
Or maybe it kept trying to like communicate with you guys and just got frustrated and pulled that drawer out to be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, but the thing is, it really didn't do anything to us to make it seem that it was there.
Yeah.
Like he or she didn't move anything or nothing. So for him or her to do that really freaked me out. My ex-fiance, and he didn't believe me. He's like, whatever you're playing. He's like, you were just drunk. I was like, no, I wasn't that drunk. I remember it clearly, and it was loud.
Yeah. Did it feel threatening?
Yep. No, it was more like you guys are being too loud.
Yeah.
Like, you guys need to calm down or something, but it didn't feel like it was going to hurt us or like, I don't know, maybe I think it's someone old that doesn't like the ruckus.
Yeah. But like to also like see a spirit playing with the dog and, that seems nice. But it sounds like the one in your childhood home was not well-intentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, not that one. Or the one at my parents' house that my sister saw. But until recently, this is the first time I've actually encountered anything kind of like that. And now that I remember, and I had a couple drinks and I was playing with the dog and we were playing like tug of war, and I felt someone grab my hand and kind of with me the toy that I was playing with my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's been always wanting to like hang out with me or be with me when I'm there. Or when I'm hanging out with my friends. So I don't know who it is or what it is, but since now that I'm here with my sister, nothing really has happened to me. So I don't know if it's just following me into that house when I do go.
I always wonder, like, if spirits are even able to leave the house that they're in. Like, if they're confined to that spot or, you know what I mean? Because it seems like they are.
Mm-hmm.
But then some spirits do follow people,
They do. Yeah, depending, some spirits do get attached to you. Like, my mom would tell me, don't go to real haunted places or... because I've always wanted to go tour the Oregon State Hospital, just and stuff, because I was interested in like psychology and stuff way back when. Because if I were to go there, she's like, you never know what happened to these people, and because you know how back in the days how they used to say that people who were mentally ill is because of the devil and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And she's like, if you go there, Maria, she's like, something can bad happen to you, or you can bring something really bad home. She's like, I don't think you should do that. But I never really went out there. And it just creeped me out.
Yeah.
And more now, knowing that, that spirits do get attached and what is out there and what their intentions are.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't think I've ever had a spirit follow me. Yet.
Yeah, yet. Because you go to all these places. That's true.
Yeah. I've been to the Oregon State Hospital, but I didn't tour on the inside.
Oh. Yeah, there's a place you can go in there and then tour on the inside, but then another section, like part of the wing of the hospital, you can't go because of the asbestos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the other side you can. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I was worried about that for a little bit, and then I haven't really had any issues. I've had a couple little paranormal experiences when I've gone out and done the show, but so far so good. I guess I should knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on that wood. Because I believe in all this stuff, and I feel like since I'm not able to watch scary movies at night because it's kind of gotten to the point where I'm just a little paranoid now.
Right.
I don't want to watch scary stuff. Yeah, I used to be control of me being scared of stuff like that, but now it's if I were to watch that and something does happen, then it really will creep me out.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Oh, and then recently I went to go pick up some of my stuff from the old house. My fiance was coming out the room with both of his hands full, and the door was wide open. There was no windows, no nothing. Everything was closed. And the door closed behind him.
Oh.
And he told me, he's like, hey, did you see that? And I'm like, saw what? He's like, that the door just closed behind me. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird, because he had both of his hands full.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went in the room and I looked around and I'm like, like what? Like, are you trying to close the door on me to not go in there or what?
Yeah.
So, I mean, so I know that he or she's in that house, and when I go, it presents itself or why to that spirit.
But I was getting the impression that it seemed to like you. Like, even though it got annoyed with you being too loud one night. Like, it seems like it enjoys playing with you and the dog.
Yeah, I think so. But it's just a little scary because I have some video of the dog actually just staring at it because it, like I said, it would look up. It looks up and down, and then I don't know if the spirit like sits on me or something, but looks at me. After looking everywhere, it looks at me. So the spirit always lands on me or something.
Weird.
And that one time when Opie actually jumped on me and was like kind of, I don't know, sniffing me, but in a way, like if I was a total new person. So I don't know if that spirit like sat on me all the way and Opie jumped on me and was like, what is that? Who's on you?
Right.
And was smelling me and licking me and just like, yeah, so that was really weird. But I don't know if the spirit likes me. Like, or I hope it's not attracted to me, starts doing something to me, but I don't think so.
I always think that like animals can probably see spirits more than we can, but I don't know.
I think so too. I think they're very sensitive to all that. Like I said, Opie sees that spirit, and then my mom's dog at my parents' house would see stuff around and growl and just be very antsy. So I don't know if that one
and that was
is
the
mean
house
or not.
with the male spirit, the more sinister spirit.
There's a new one when we moved out of the North Portland house. So that's someone else. I don't know who that is. Or something.
And
which in a way I think
your ex still lives in that house, right? Or is he moving out too?
No, he lives in that house.
I wonder if he has more experiences.
I've asked him, and he's like, well, yeah, they're like this. They're like, oh, yeah, well, stuff does happen, but I really don't pay attention.
Yeah, he's one of those.
So, his attention, it freaks him out the more, so he really tries not to care about it.
Not to pay attention to it. Well, that's awesome. I think. I don't know. Maybe it freaks you out.
Yeah, it freaks me out because then in a way, alone, like having those experiences by myself, but he was having them too, but he wasn't telling me anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have done something. We probably would have blessed the house again, but I don't know if that would have worked or something.
Yeah. Or
that is
burning sage
freaky.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. He did bless it with holy water.
I mean, part of it is like, maybe if a priest blessed the house and the spirit remains there, maybe it's not a bad spirit, you know? And then it's like, if it wants to be there, there's no sense in banishing a good spirit.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't know if it's a good spirit or not. I mean, it hasn't done anything to hurt me. Or my ex-boyfriend, my ex-fiance, or my dog, but it's just weird that it's there.
Yeah.
How it got there. And it was just recent that we started seeing, or I was feeling like someone's there.
Yeah.
Why? So I don't know if someone might have. And they say sometimes people will put stuff on you, meaning like spells or they'll do witchcraft on you so that you can have like stuff happen to you.
Like curses?
Yeah, and I believe that too because, there are people that sometimes are jealous of you or something. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know who it is or what it is, and I really don't want to know
You don't want to push your luck.
No, I do not want to push my luck at all.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And I told him, too, I was like, you can stay there. I'm moving out.
yeah. You stay here. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
My ex is a non-believer, so you can fuck with him, and that's fine.
Yes. Just don't mess with my dog, because then something will happen.
Right. Yeah. All right, lady. Well, thanks for sharing your stories with me.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Thanks for the call, Maria. If you have a ghost story and want to be on the show, we'd love to hear from you. Email us the details of your story to litdarkpodcast@gmail.com. That's litdarkpodcast@gmail.com. We'll talk to you about scheduling. By the way, we're getting close to wrapping up season 1. At the end of the season, we're going to do a question and answer episode. If you have any questions for me, shoot us an email and I'll answer your questions on the show. As always, thanks for listening.